Okay, so in this video I'm going to edit this picture, but I want to go over a few things that I see people do that make their image turn out right. So now, one problem with this picture now is that the white balance is off, right? The white balance is off. That's why the face is warm, right? So one way to fix it is you can, if you shot in JPEG, you can just like move the slider to try to fix it, right? But if you shot in raw, which I advise everybody to do, if you shot in raw, you see this Lightroom, you come to this white balance, come to custom, you see the same white balance settings that is in your camera is here because you are shooting raw. What your camera does is when you snap, if you are shooting in JPEG, what your camera does is when you snap, it analyzes, it processes the image based on your camera settings, which means if you choose your camera profile to be standard, whatever camera profile you choose, whatever white balance you choose, it's going to process it like that and delete the rest files. But raw, your camera, whatever your camera sensor sees, that is what is stored in your memory card. Now you have the freedom to do what, to adjust it the way you like. I don't know if you understand. So um your camera already has a preset on in it, so to determine the sharpness, to determine the amount of color, to determine everything. So if you shoot in JPEG, you are giving your camera the freedom to edit the picture for you. So if you take it to Lightroom or take it to capture or take it to whatever software you want to do, you are not editing the raw file. You're not editing what the sensor saw. You're editing what the camera has already processed for you. I don't know if you understand. It's like taking a picture from taking a picture that's already been edited and try to edit it. If you edit it too much, the picture will break. So, anyways, so the first way to fix this is to just click on auto, and Lightroom will fix it. Probably sometimes it fixes it well, sometimes it don't. But I think I'm happy with the way it did this. Anyway, so one thing also that I see a lot of people do is the way they light. Right? If you can, let me zoom into the eyes. If you can see the way if you can see the way the light is coming from it, it's coming from the top, right? Look at it, it's coming from the top. I mean, it's coming from the right hand side. So that's why there's shadow here, right? So most people, what they do is they place the light the same in with the same sometimes they place the light in the same height with the subject. So you don't want your light to be the same height or below, lower than your subject. You always want the light to be above your subject. Let the light be coming down. Like if you look at this top part now, you can see the light is hitting here, so it's coming down. Look at the shadow under our chin. You know that the light is coming from the top, right? So when you are shooting, make sure your light is coming from the top. Not in your light should not be in the same height with your subject at all. It should not even be lower. I think some people, they try to fill up the shadow and the fill light is low, right? So make sure you look at that. No matter what you do, if you light your image wrong, it's not going to come out well, right? So that's that for that. See, another thing I would like to talk about is what I'm doing now. What I do now is I add the LUTs to the raw file, right? So if you come here, you see profile, right? You see profile, you see this Adobe's profile, portraits, right? This is like presets already. If your every camera has it, you can go to camera profile, see standard portrait, standard, you see vivid. So whatever profile you use affects the way the picture look. So what I have done is I've converted most of my lots. The same, if you bought my retouching pack, the same lots that you have, most of them, the one that I like, I just converted them to profile, so I can come here now and apply the skin tone lot. So since it's already skin tone lot, it's going to affect the skin. I mean, the more it affects the raw file, the better for me, right? So now as you can see, I just have different profile here that you can just choose from, right? So this is an update that I'm going to add to my retouching pack. So once I'm done with the the update I'm trying to finalize for the retouching pack. I'll send it to all those who have bought. Okay. To plug here, I'm working on a marketing course, online marketing course for photographers. It's going to be included in my retouching pack. If you have gotten the retouching pack, once the course come out, I'll ship it. I'll send the link to you. So yeah. Anyway, so let's continue the tutorial. So I just come here and pick the ones I like. So what this does is it already color grades. Since the LUT is already color grade, it's just going to fast. I like this, quickly color grade it for me, right? Look at this now. I've not touched any slider here. I've not touched anything in this place, and it's already giving me this look. So now what I can do now is just enhance it. So I can increase the highlight, increase the shadow a bit, right? Increase the shadow. Let's increase the white. Let's just increase the black, right? So I just too much. So as you can see, this is just giving me a clean starting place, to start. Like I've not touched anything. What I can do, I can increase the vibrance to bring out color, maybe increase saturation, and I'm done, right? So I mean, yeah. So now I can take this to Photoshop and continue the work there. Okay, so now that we're in Photoshop, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do like normal skin retouching, right? So I'm going to do Ctrl J to duplicate so that I can have like a before picture here. So just come to Retouch Academy, click on Gaussian blur. I like this to be like this. I like it to be like this because I want texture on the face. So let's just go delete this, Ctrl G to duplicate again, and just turn off the high layer, come to Mr. Brush, and I'm just going to, so my setting is wet is 23, load 33, mix 20, flow 15, and this whatever 0. This is actually the amount of mixing, like blending. This is blending. So while you're mixing, it tries to blend the colors together. It does not affect anything, right? So okay, so I think I'm satisfied with this. Just a quick brush, right? Just a quick brush. So this is before and this is after. So one thing you will notice is that this hand is a little bit darker compared to this compared to the rest of the skin. So what we're going to do, we're going to come to dodge, this dodge layer, and just click on it, then turn this to normal brush. Let's increase the brush size. Yeah, so we're going to take the flow to like 1. We're just going to dodge. So what you're doing is just making it brighter. That is just all, just to make it brighter, right? So the brush you are going to use, make sure if you right click, make sure it's a soft round brush, and make sure the hardness is all the way down, and just brush over it. And so when you have dark spots and you want to fix some part that is darker than you like, you can just use dodge to fix it. So this before and this after. So one thing we can also do, right, can come to Retouch Academy, come to this magic skin tone, and just click on it. And take the brush and just let's increase the flow now, and just brush over here like this, right? So it kind of even out the skin tones, so make it a little bit to match a little bit. Okay, so I think just the brush, take it down. X yes, too bright, so I'm just going to remove it anyways. So here we are. Let me put them in a group, before and after. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just to whiten the eye. I'm going to come to eye and teeth whitening and just come here, take my brush, take it like 100. Let's zoom in quite a bit. I'm just going to whiten these parts, and so yeah. So another thing we can do now, we can also apply LUTs. We can come to color lookup and let's apply one of the LUTs, 6. Yeah, I think this is fine, but let's just keep looking. 17. No, this is too dark. 21. I think I like 6 anyways. Okay, this is giving the men an in vibe. Would this be okay? Let me reduce the opacity. Right. Let me reduce the opacity. Yeah, I think this is fine. So another thing I can do, I can come to this filter, adjustment layer, come to levels and just push this in to make it a little bit brighter. And there we have it. Right. So this is before and this is after. Before and this is after. So I think I'll reduce the eye whitening a bit. Yeah. So before, after. Yeah, I think maybe there are other things I can do. Maybe I can brighten this neck. Let me just do it, right? Let's come to dodge. This is your opacity to 1. And okay, so this is enough. Now if you're not satisfied with the way the smoothness, you can always use portraiture, right? Let's duplicate it and use portraiture on this high layer. Come to filter, imagenomic portraiture. Right. Now you have it. I don't like it's smoothing everything. I want texture on the face anyway, so let's just reduce it. Yeah, so the texture on the face will show. Then we're going to create a mask. Always create a mask. Portraiture makes the eyes soft. So take the flow to 100. Make sure press X to get this to be black, and just paint on the eyes to remove the effect of portraiture from the eyes. Come to the lips and just paint on the lips to remove the effect of portraiture from the lips. Then you're good to go.